State. His Excellency, Mr. Lucky. I call you Lucky because all your other names are just about good luck. So you are Mr. Lucky all the way. Thank you very much. His Excellency has been with us all through. And the theme of this year has been centered around Ondo State. Ondo wants to have a deep sea port. They've marketed their state here, and they are really getting investors. So hopefully, very soon, Your Excellency, you have your deep sea port, as the VP has assured. And I hope that, don't worry, you can never compete with Lagos, but you'll have your deep sea port. So I want to start by saying thank you very much, Ondo, for being the state of focus at this Diaspora Investment Summit. As we've been saying, this is not a talk shop. When we're talking about investments, we're investing in states and local governments, not in Abuja. So we're encouraging investment in states. So thank you very much, Your Excellency. I know you have to leave very soon, but let me say by thanking you and Ondo State, I know that this partnership will continue to grow and grow. Last year, you participated and you saw results, and you are here today in full force. So in those states, there's a lot of investment opportunities in those states. So we look forward to also being able to invest ourselves. So thank you very much, Your Excellency. And wish you journey mercies as you go back. Your Excellency, the representative of the governor of Ekiti had just had to leave for the airport, so he's gone. So let me move to our chairman, Senate Committee on Diaspora. Chairman, sir, this is your first participation. This is the 5th Diaspora Investment Summit, and we thank you so far for the cooperation we have received from you and the support that we have received from you. You get a brief of this, it's in all our documentation. This is our 5th summit, and we're glad that Nigerians in diaspora have now been invested in the areas of agriculture, education, food business, health, ICT, and we have a few of them who have participated. We concentrate on pitching, which is the fact that it's not enough to have your business. How do you grow your business? And we have a few of them here that have pitched at the NDIS, and they've succeeded. So thank you very much, Chairman, for being here. My sister, Honorable Tolulokpe Akonde Shadikpe, you've been with us all the way. As I told you before, I wish you all the best in your elections coming up soon. Also to Chairman, Senate Committee on Diaspora, all the best in your elections. Honorable Tori, thank you for the support you've given this summit ever since we started. Your support, your encouragement has gone a long way, and we're glad that you're able to be with us at the closing ceremony. You should have been yesterday, but we had to juggle it because you know what happened yesterday. We're all in jaws. Thank you very much. Thank you, my sister. Can we appreciate her? His Excellency, the Indian ambassador was here with us this morning. The AFDP and quite a few others were here with us. And then I want to thank our brother from Niger, the Nigerian ambassador. He doesn't speak English. My own French, un peu. So merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Our diaspora focal officers, our partners all the time. Thank you very much. All your states have been participating: Cross River, FCT, Ekiti, and Delta. Please, let's appreciate our diaspora focal persons. PAMSEC FCT, who's been here with us all through. FCT has been a partner in progress with us. Thank you very much, my brother, and we're glad you are here. EFCC will be talking to us very soon. We have the EFCC secretary here, and we also have, we're expecting the Minister of Trade and Investment, State. She will be joining us soon to say a few words. And then we have also, of course, our brother representing, yes, the Minister of State Foreign Affairs, who is out of the country, is also here. So thank you very much. And then I'll talk about Dr. Brooks. Dr. Brooks, you need to stand for our parliamentarians to see you, because you won't be speaking again today. Dr. Brooks, please rise for... Dr. Brooks was our keynote speaker. His speech was so touching, so emotional. Some of us had goose pimples in the hall. Dr. Brooks came in all the way from America. We had some Nigerian Americans who turned back. They canceled their flights because America said, don't come to Nigeria. So they called us and said, although they've done everything to participate, they will not be coming. But Dr. Brooks decided that nothing will stop him from coming to Nigeria. Dr. Brooks, once more, We say thank you to you on behalf of all of us here and our parliamentarians who are here. And Dr. Brooks will be coming in with a whole lot of investment, and also investments from a consortium of investors that will be invested in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Dr. Brooks. So for me, it's just to say that we've had a great summit today. This is the closing ceremony. We have the dinner tomorrow where we're going to have some fun. And I want to thank the NDIS committee who has worked tirelessly, staff of NITCOM who have worked tirelessly, and Marie will be giving us the communique at the end of this session. So I want to thank you all very much for being at this very, very successful summit, and we hope that as we move on, we'll continue to grow stronger with having the diaspora invest in Nigeria. Now, some of the things we want to encourage the diaspora, we have the diaspora housing program that you can be able to get your own home through a mortgage, and then it will be flagged up some time ago in the UK, so we're glad about that. And then we just look forward to being able to continue to engage the diaspora. We cannot ignore our diaspora. That is the reality of it all. I want to greet my sister, representing Senator Ashafa, FHA, Ajia Hajara, who will be speaking to us also very, very soon. Thank you, my sister. You've been here all day, and we really do appreciate you. So once more, thank you very much for all your participation as I call on the Managing Director, FHA, Hajia Hajara, who will now be giving her own goodwill message at this occasion. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I crave your indulgence to stand on existing protocol. This is a goodwill message by Senator Gbenga Ashafa, the Managing Director of Federal Housing Authority, on the 5th edition of Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit 2022. It gives me great pleasure to be invited to participate in this auspicious, high-tech, intellectually stimulating and opportunity-laden event, and to be a part of this unique platform where diaspora investors are introduced to local businesses with consequent effect on economic growth of our nation, Nigeria. The theme for this year's event, Optimizing Investment Opportunities for National Development, is particularly apt considering that significant effort has been made by this administration to ensure ease of doing businesses irrespective of sector. The Federal Housing Authority presents significant opportunities for investment in housing, construction, and real estate in general, and its varied value chain. We are open to investors and developers for various forms of partnership with potentials for high rates of returns, apart from its multiplier effects in employment generation and technology repatriation. It is worthy of note that there is an ongoing collaboration between the Commission and Federal Housing Authority for delivery of Diaspora City in Metamatu Kabusu FCT. At this point, my MD has asked me to publicly thank you for all your efforts, Ma, in seeing that this project comes to fruition. You went with us to the site, and you even gave us space in your office as a secretariat. He has also asked me to tell you that by December, we're opening access to that site, and if we have people who are ready or who are serious and want to invest in that project, they can get in touch with us in Federal Housing Authority or the Diaspora Secretariat at NITCOM, or Dr. Badiwa. We are open to receiving new proposals so that even you, the diasporans, will be part of this project. I'd like to say that we had several meetings with the diasporans, and the NIDO Europe, NIDO Asia, and NIDO Africa. I think all their executives, and we came up with a plan for that city, which is going to be sitting on 600 hectares. Abuja will be our pilot project. So we intend to go to Benin, Umahia, and also Kano. So if we have diasporans who are interested, it is time for you to come back and build your city in Nigeria where you can come and be very comfortable. Also, we commend the NIDCOM for giant strides it is taking to identify and connect Nigerians in diaspora to local opportunities, and particularly, I have said, the chairman and CEO, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Erewal, who we all admire since she was in NTA, and for her passion and her reach and how she has taken this diaspora commission and has owned it. We just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for the honor of being invited as special guest and recognition of the role of Federal Housing Authority to the nation's economic development process. It is our belief that the outcome of this event will translate to an increased foreign direct investment into the country. Thank you very much once more.
Thank you. That was the representative of the FHA, that is Federal Housing Authority, Senator Benga Ashafa. Next, we have the Executive Chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Mr. Abdul Rashid Bawa. Is represented with capacity by Barrister Judge Ekpongo, PhD, Secretary to the Commission. Give him a round of applause as he comes up stage.
The DG NIDCOM, our erudite sister, the last speaker has already made all the comments about you that every Nigerian can make. Let me stand on existing protocol as established by the MC. I'm here to represent the chairman, who is unavoidably absent, and I apologize on his behalf. We have a few remarks to make which have been put in writing, but the only comment I will make is to also say that Dr. Abike Dabiri has been doing a lot to put Nigeria in the world map, and we at the EFCC appreciate that, and will continue to work together with NIDCOM for the betterment of Nigeria. I read my paper as it is. It is with great delight and profound appreciation that I address this 5th edition of the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit. The Nigerian in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has demonstrated immense commitment to the issue of foreign direct investments through this yearly summit. Let me congratulate the Commission on its consistency and focus in this regard. I find the theme of the summit, optimizing opportunities for national development, equally topical and timely. Without mincing words, Nigeria is one of the best investment destinations in the world. With its huge population of more than 200 million people, vast mineral resources, equable climate, diverse cultures, and extremely hospitable and resourceful human capital, There is hardly any nation in the world that has greater potential of investment success than our country. Opportunities on their own cannot produce desirable growth. They have to be grown and developed to obtain the needful results. The task, therefore, is optimizing all these opportunities for the overall development of the nation. Every investment opportunity available in Nigeria requires individual, corporate, governmental, and environmental responsibility for it to be translated into national development. For example, the vast deposits of bitumen in Ondo State, the gold deposits in Zamfara State, and I dare say the forest resources in Cross River State, my own home state, are among others that are considerable investment opportunities. To maximize these opportunities, there are things to be put in place regarding infrastructure, security, and safety, capital injection, integrity of workforce, ease of doing business, and investor-friendly government policies. As it is in Ondo State and Zamfara State, so it should be in other places and sectors. Optimizing investment opportunities for national development from the perspective of our core assignment in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission requires integrity and accountability management of economic and financial resources to ensure that every investment decision yields optimum benefits both to the investor and the nation. It also requires strict adherence to the rule of law and regulations of corporate practices. The economic and financial crimes in any nation are the greatest threats and disincentives to any form of investment and investment opportunities. No investment decision can be made in favor of a nation riddled with corrupt practices. We therefore encourage the diaspora investors to bring in the investment because we are active and we are alive and will ensure that these investments are protected. This is why the EFCC is cracking every form of fraudulent practice, such as advance fee fraud, internet-related fraud, contract and procurement fraud, employment fraud, banking and foreign exchange fraud that have direct effect of investment drives. So the various chambers of commerce, please, there are no sharp practices. EFCC will be watching you people. You have brought us to the fore. Even when infrastructure is adequate and functional and security architecture sound and reliable, we will need to sanitize the economic space because investment opportunity can best be harnessed when the requisite funding framework is in place. To this end, every Nigerian needs to stand as a soldier of integrity to ensure that investors get value for their money. The workforce needed for investing opportunities to function optimally should be immune to corrupt practices. We are aware that the Presidential Executive Order on Transparency and Efficiency in Business Environment is still in place. The order is explicit in directing various government ministries, departments, and agencies to make public all the requirements for licensing, permits, waivers, approvals, and tax-related information. The EFCC will continue to ensure that this order is followed to the letter. Every breach of the order cannot augur well for the quest for foreign direct investment and will be resisted. When there is appreciable ease of doing business, both the investor and the nation stand to benefit maximally. At this juncture, I want to briefly sensitize us about some of the extant laws that are targeted towards helping businesses and investment flow into our nation, particularly the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2020. We are all aware of the three critical laws that the President signed into law this year. Is the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2020, the Proceeds of Crime Act, and the Terrorism Financing Act. And in the Money Laundering Act, the responsibility for the Special Control Unit against money laundering was squarely domiciled with the EFCC. Before now, it has been with the Ministry of Trade and Investment, while operationally the EFCC takes that arm because of EFCC's capacity for enforcement. Now EFCC has the sole responsibility for that, and that is why a whole lot of people are on their toes now, because for you to do certain businesses or certain jobs, you need a SCUMO certificate. We call it SCUMO in short, that is Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering. And that has been very helpful, and this is one of the best things that the diasporans should understand, especially our brother who took the risk. You see that there is no fear here in Nigeria. You are welcome. Yeah, we have everything, every legal infrastructure in place, and our sister is pushing the rest forward. The Proceeds of Crime Act has also given all law enforcement agencies the authority to establish proceeds of crime management departments, so that whatever we get from those who have stolen from the public treasury will be managed properly with the supervision of the presidency and the National Assembly. So some of the regulations for optimizing investment opportunities in Nigeria are embedded in the Act, and we urge every investor to study them, especially regulations concerning cash transactions outside the financial system and movement of cash out of Nigeria. Lastly and finally, I want to thank the leadership of NINCOM for creating the framework for this summit. I'm positive that every submission will be carefully considered and worked upon. All the challenges around our investment environment are surmountable. Our strengths far outweigh our challenges. The future is assured for all of us. And for those who think they can do no other thing than indulge in fraudulent activities, the EFCC will catch you, if not now, very soon from now. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Dr. George Pongu. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on without much ado to special remark. And to speak next is the Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. Please welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, ably represented by Ambassador Oludare Folawosele, Deputy Director, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You're welcome.
Thank you. Please let me stand on the already established protocol. so that I don't need to be calling every dignitary one after the other. And I am here to stand in for the Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Zubairu Dada, who is unavoidably absent because he is out of the country for other official engagements. So the message that I would deliver to you now is from him. It is an honor and great privilege for me to be at the 5th edition of the Nigerian Diaspora Summit for 2022. Let me take this opportunity to commend the chairman and CEO of NIDCOM and the staff of NIDCOM for this great effort. This year's theme, optimizing investment opportunities for national development, no doubt, emphasizes the importance of the diaspora to the national development, especially the Nigerians in diaspora, who are always a source of pride to Nigeria in view of their exploits and how they are making giant strides in their respective chosen fields of endeavor in their countries of sojourn. As partners in progress, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs identifies the effort towards meaningful engagement with members of the Nigerian diaspora, and this has led to the inauguration of the ad hoc committee on the establishment of a private sector-led Nigeria Diaspora Investment Trust Fund, which was inaugurated in the ministry on the 12th of August 2020. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Economic, Trade and Investment Department in the ministry engages with all relevant MDAs on economic, trade and investment matters, as well as members of the organized private sector, to support investment drives into Nigeria. The ministry, through the department, is actively involved in private sector-driven trade missions from Nigeria to several countries abroad, targeting both foreign investors as well as Nigerians in diaspora. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we all know the capacity of the Nigerian diaspora in terms of their expertise, their financial strength, contacts, exposure, and so on. The ministry will continue to work together with NIDCOM and other stakeholders to see how we can leverage on these attributes to advantage of both the diasporans and the country in general. Fortunately, there are several sectors of the economy yearning for new entrants, including areas such as agriculture, ICT, mining, health, education, aviation, hospitality, tourism, housing, and infrastructure development, amongst others. I implore members of the Nigerian diaspora to take advantage of these opportunities and work closely with NIDCOM and other relevant stakeholders for proper synergy to promote trade and foreign direct investment, create businesses, spur entrepreneurship, and transfer new knowledge and skills to other Nigerians. This can be a remedy to the challenges of irregular migration and of skilled and talented Nigerian people who are mainly youths skilled in ICT and other possibilities. The size of our population also offers investors a very large market for products and services with potential high returns on investment within a short period of time. This becomes more interesting when one considers the fact that Investors also have access to a pool of highly skilled labor at a considerably lower cost than in competing markets. I'm aware that various pitching sessions have been held during this event. Let me say that I'm quite encouraged by the depth and relevance of their contents, and I hope that many, if not all of them, will have secured the needed partnership and support to take their dreams to the next level. Once again, I congratulate the organizers as well as all stakeholders who have found time to be a part of this summit. Not forgetting those who joined online. I believe this summit will spur more diasporan investments into the Nigerian economy, create employment, and engender an overall well-being of Nigerians. I thank you all.
Thank you very much from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, North, South, East, and West, there is only one federal capital territory. There are many permanent secretaries, but there's only one landlord permanent secretary. Please welcome our permanent secretary for a special remark, Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA Permanent Secretary, Mr. Olushade Adeshola. A round of applause is appropriate because the land you're sitting on is owned by this man.
Thank you, the MC. The truth of it is we now have many landlords. Of course, it's one FCT, and it is indeed a great pleasure for us to be associated with the NIDCON. On behalf of the Honorable Minister, Malam Muhammad Musa Bello, the Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Amatu Tijani Aliyu, and the entire workforce resident of the Federal Capital Territory, I want to express gratitude and appreciation for this program put together by NIDCON and also in partnership with the Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit. To count 5 years is no mean feat, and every year it is obvious that it has continued to grow in from strength to strength. We were treated today by the keynote address of Dr. Brooks, and it continues to resonate in all of us. It makes us to appreciate that to be in Nigeria is really worthy of pride, and that we should rather put on a thinking cap to commit ourselves to development of our nation. I have been scheduled to speak by giving a closing remarks at the Develop Ondo 2.0 hub of investment opportunities. However, the turnout of activities made it rather difficult because the time is well spent. We had a very good time with His Excellency. I was particularly encouraged and impressed by his commitment to the Ondo State project that all of us know, the deep sea port. With that commitment, no matter any responsibility that is given that cannot handle today, I think we have a field day, a good day for this event. I want to thank NIDCON for facilitating this annual event. We look forward to a time that it will be the FCT turn. You know, in FCT, the opportunities abound greatly. But since this is for Ondo State, and I'm also from Ondo State, I will not want to take advantage of Ondo State for FCT. But I assure you, when it is the turn of FCT, all of us will be here, and we have a lot to invest in. So by this saying, what I'm simply saying is that we look forward to seeing the 6th edition of this summit holding soon. If it is possible that I can still hold this year, we are ready to support you. Thank you very much.
Very much. Another round of applause for our permanent secretary. Thank you very much, sir. A quick recognition of a distinguished gentleman, Dr. Bugaji Usman. He's here with us. Thank you very much, sir, Dr. Bugaji. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, 2 more speeches and we're done. We go to the National Assembly. We begin at the Green Chamber, where I welcome the Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora, Honorable Tolulokwe Akonde Shadipe. Please welcome her with a very honorable round of applause. You're welcome, Honorable.
Good evening, everybody. And please allow me to stand on existing protocol so I don't start reading out names. I'm very happy to be here with you today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and it gives me great pleasure to once again be invited to make a few remarks at this 5th Diaspora Investment Summit. I sincerely appreciate the honor and privilege accorded to me over the years, and I do not in any way take it for granted. This will be my last investment summit as chairperson, Diaspora Committee. I'm not going to heaven. Hopefully I will return in the 10th Assembly, but I will not be returning to Diaspora Committee. I would like to go to like a finance committee considering I'm an accountant. Diaspora I didn't mind because I myself was in diaspora for many years in America. So I would like to appreciate the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission under the able leadership of my dear sister, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, OON, the Nigeria Diaspora Summit Initiative, and indeed all other stakeholders, all employees, all partners in this laudable project. For the past 5 years, you've all been working tirelessly to sustain this platform where Nigerians and Nigerians in diaspora who have investment opportunities can come together to exchange ideas on ways to invest in Nigeria as a way to contribute towards the growth and development of our country. It has been established that Nigeria presents tremendous potentials with numerous investment opportunities for investors. With well over 200 million people and a GDP of over 45 trillion naira, Nigeria has Africa's largest population and biggest economy. This has made Nigeria a center of attraction for international investors. The challenge, however, has been that GDP growth in the country has not translated to an improvement in the living standards of Nigerians. Growth in GDP is nothing if people cannot put food on the table or the money in their pockets. For instance, it's reported that Nigeria's Ease of Doing Business Index improved from 145th position in 2019 to 131st in 2020. Wonderful initiatives to make us more attractive to the world. However, economic performance indices for foreign investments and remittances from the diaspora are telling a different story. So the question was asked, of what use is ease of doing business ranking improvement when businesses are refusing to come to Nigeria or leaving Nigeria for other nearby countries? As Nigerians in diaspora, I will have no other option but to challenge you that this is the time that you all have to sell a different narrative of what Nigeria truly is. Part of that negative narrative is having a negative impact on what the realities really are. This is why the theme of this year's summit, which is optimizing investment opportunities for national development, is so apt. I am told that the summit will focus, the summit has focused primarily on selected sectors, including agribusiness technology, education, healthcare, real estate infrastructure, creative industries, sports entertainment, energy mining, and manufacturing. In having the discussions that have been held here over the past few days, I would like you all to really go out there and sell the positive, to drive foreign direct investments, to bring a lot of prosperity to the nation. We can collaborate together, those of us here at home and those of you that are abroad. At the 2021 Investment Summit, I noted that one of the reasons why Nigeria has not been able to achieve a high level of economic growth, nor been able to attract a high level of foreign direct investment, that is commensurate with our economic potential is the issue of lack of trust. Trust is a word. Who builds trust? You and I. We need to do a better job at getting people to trust bringing their investments back home. We need to call on our judiciary to do a better job in expediting cases that come before it. Because when we have an effective judiciary, people would know that when issues come up, when they have foreign direct investment in Nigeria, that these issues will be resolved timely. We must understand that to effectively attract diaspora investment for national development, we must reduce the trust deficit. How do we do this? We need to entrench good governance and obey the rule of law. We need to reduce insecurity. We need to sincerely fight corruption. And as you know, we are, as a nation, working on this issue. But then again, I stress, Nigeria is a piece of paper. It's a document. What makes Nigeria unique is you and I. So if we say we want to build trust, we want to work on insecurity, no one's going to do it for us but you and I. So the game is up to us. I cannot end my few remarks without conveying the goodwill of the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the leadership of the House of Representatives, and indeed the entire members of the House Committee on Diaspora who have supported the Commission for the past 4 years. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude for the opportunity to say a few words here. But before I conclude, I must add that there's an urgent need to collaborate, and I'm saying NIDCOM, to collaborate with Immigration, Interior, to interpret the Constitution and implement a way forward for Nigerians. And when I say Nigerians, I mean Nigerians who have tested by DNA, that want to be a part of this nation. We need to create a pathway for them to become Nigerian citizens. It's already embedded in the Constitution, but now it's all about the interpretation. And we, the Diaspora Committee, have made up our minds that going forward, we will raise the necessary motions, and if it involves amendments to the Constitution, we shall get that done to ensure that everybody with a trace of Nigerian DNA can one day call themselves a Nigerian American, a British Nigerian, but back to the roots of their genes. Thank you very much. And again, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Honorable Tolulope Akonde Shadipe. Thank you very much. From the Green Chamber, we move on to the Red Chamber. I want to welcome a distinguished senator from Ebonyi South Senatorial District, who is chairman, Senate Committee on Diaspora and Non-Governmental Organization. Please welcome Ikeda Michael Ama Nachi, PhD, to speak to us. Distinguished, you're welcome.
Good evening, gentlemen and ladies. Like the last speaker said, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. The last speaker, who is the House Chairman on Diaspora, is more knowledgeable than myself here. I'm the newest person in the commission. But no matter what it is, we're all Nigerians. We know what is facing us and what we are facing. So, I congratulate you, the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, for putting this event together. My profound gratitude goes to Honorable Dr. Abike Dabre Erewa for her doggedness. sorry, for her doggedness and her foresight and good leadership, which has solidified the relationship between the Commission and the Diaspora family. The 5th edition of the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit, with the theme, Optimizing Investment Opportunities for National Development, is very apt, particularly at this time of global economic challenges. This summit, I believe, will create an avenue for our brothers and sisters out there to invest in their fatherland. The Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit is saddled with the responsibility of creating a veritable platform for persons in diaspora to invest in local business within Nigeria, while simultaneously attracting foreign direct investment into the country. This is a giant stride by the Commission towards ensuring high-flying citizens of the country in different parts of the world and foreign investors are aware of the diverse, lucrative, and impactful investment opportunities that exist within the country. I would like to use this opportunity to suggest to the Commission that at the end of this summit, a position paper should be published which will serve as an investment compass to our diaspora and prospective foreign investors. This will go a long way to stimulate investments and consequently boost our economy and help stabilize our exchange rate. I would also like to suggest that this summit should be adopted as a platform for unity in diversity and an encouragement hub where knowledge is shared freely within the hope of transforming Nigeria into the envy of other nations. This is the time we must create an enabling environment by amending the Act establishing the Nigeria Diaspora Commission to more effective delivery of the mandates to purpose in which it is created. In so many developed and developing countries, diaspora remittances have gone far above oil and gas and other mineral resources. As the Senate Committee Chairman on Diaspora, I queried the no-budget allocation to the Nigeria Diaspora Commission every year. If we are to meet other nations in this direction, we must make bold to say that there is urgent need to review upward the Nigeria Diaspora Commission budget, which is before the National Assembly today. Despite our little challenges as a nation, I encourage us to look inward and work with the government to build an economy that will bring about a challenge in the fortune of our great nation, especially now that we have a stable government and a large economy, one of the best in Africa. In conclusion, therefore, may I once again use this opportunity to thank the Honorable Chairman of the Commission, the organizers of this summit, and the diaspora at large. I wish you people good deliberation and fruitful one. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, distinguished. Now we'll have a presentation to the chairman, and I'll welcome Dr. Brooks very shortly to make that presentation. To join Dr. Brooks on the podium, I'd like to invite Mr. Kevin Jiraji. Mr. Kevin Jiraji will be joining Dr. Brooks just after that photo period. Okay, Dr. Brooks makes his way now. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
So I mentioned earlier today that Brown Venture Group, the firm that I lead, has a partnership with the African Chamber of Digital Commerce. And at this year's forum, we had a forum in the Twin Cities actually called the Emergent Africa Forum, where people traveled from all over the world to learn about Africa and technology, and it was a fantastic forum. And as part of that forum, we decided to put together some awards called the Doers Awards. And one of our recipients, of course, is Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri-Irawa, Chairman and CEO of NIDCOM. Please come up and receive your award. I want to read you what it says because it's important. In recognition of your exceptional and innovative contribution to the Nigerian diaspora community and a pace setter. And here's what I want you to know about this award that we are giving to this leader. When you're doing the work, often it is tempting to get involved only in the transactional side, the execution, or to get only involved in the relational side, connecting deeply with the community. But of the best leaders, they're able to do both. They're able to stay connected to the people while getting things done and executing at a very high level. And this is what we have in this woman, in this leader. And so today we honor you with this award. And we thank you for your deep service to the people of Nigeria and to the Nigerian diaspora. And I am honored to be in your presence at this event, and we are grateful for your leadership. So one more round of applause, please.
Thank you very much, and a big congratulations to the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri-Irawa. She will respond.
Thank you very much. Can I call on my sister, Honorable Tolu, to join us here? Senator Nachi, please join us here. My sister, representing FHA, we've worked together. I mean, Senator Ashafa, please join us here so we can. AFDP, Dr. Barrow, I think is left. Dr. Lamin, oh,
He's
I
still
thought
here.
that has to be you, Dr. Lamin Barrow. I just want to say thank you to you and to, well, Dr. Badewa is everyone. Dr. Sule Yakubu Basi, Diaspora Commission, please join us here. We've had to work tirelessly with every one of you, AFDP, FHA, Senate Committee, House Committee on Diaspora, and of course, Diaspora Commission. And can I have a representative of the Diaspora focal persons, maybe Sarah, to represent the focal persons? This award is a thank you to every one of us for working for Nigeria and being recognized from all over the world. So I thank you very much for your support, and I want to appreciate all of you as I, just join you.
Let's put our hands together. A round of applause for the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri-Irawa, OON. When you work hard, the reward is something like this, and it comes in various ways. Congratulations to the team. The hard work is indeed paid off. Thank you, and thank you again. Another round of applause. Thank you.
And let me thank Dr. Usman Bugaje. Dr. Bugaje, where are you? I'm so glad you came. Dr. Bugaje was my Harvard classmate. And while we were at Harvard, Dr. Bugaje encouraged me, I can go into politics, you can do it, because it was a leadership course that told us to try to get involved in leadership in Nigeria. Dr. Bugaje, please stand up. Let me use the opportunity to say thank you to you. We were together in Harvard where we were encouraged to do something back home, and Dr. Bugaje was always pushing me, although we are in different camps now, Dr. Bugaje. He's not in APC. He has left us behind. But thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bugaje. Yeah, Mr. Ibrahim, Trust Fund, thank you very much. I thank every one of you, all our focal officers, NIDCOM. Where are the NIDCOM staffs here? Some of them have left. Okay, stand up, take a bow.
NIDCOM staff, stand
Take
for
a
recognition.
bow,
Take a
all of
bow.
you. Thank you very much for the hard work. NDIS team, where are you? Thank you very
NDIS.
much. NDIS, you've been wonderful. You know, one can go to sleep and leave it in your hands. Thank you very much, everybody, and we thank you all for being here. Our ambassador, merci beaucoup again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Minister of Foreign Affairs will come personally to hand this over, and also to EFCC. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for Honorable Abike Dabiri, OON. Congratulations, ma'am. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the vote of thanks by NDIS. I invite the Protocol and Security Coordinator, Mr. Mubolaji Lewis. He comes up for the vote of thanks. Just a moment.
Our brother from, stand up. Yes. He has a lot of investors from Egypt. So anybody who wants to invest, he has a lot of money. And I'm sorry I didn't, because I forgot your name. He's been here with us. Let him say a word or two. He's been here with us, and I know he's a potential investor.
Thank you very much, my sister. I was telling somebody that the last time I saw Honorable Abike was in Ethiopia at the airport. We were standing, and that was when she got her appointment. And she said, we have to work together. And I'm sure that's what she says to everybody, because she's a team player. She likes working with people, wherever you are. And this demonstrates the success of this event. My name is Mohammed Yusuf Lere. I'm an industrialist, and I preside the Nigeria-Egypt Business Council. And I've been with the organized private sector for 39 years. I was with the Kaduna Chamber of Commerce as Deputy President, and I'm also a patron with the Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce. And I am presiding the Bilateral Business Council of Egypt and Nigeria. And the reason why, I felt I should say something is because we are out to Egypt about 4 weeks ago, and something was mentioned about what is going to happen in Ondo. And we have a lot of investors that are interested to come to Lagos, to look at the port. Then I said, look, we're getting something free of charge, because Ondo, I look at it as a virgin place, and the opportunity is there. And I was crying. I said, most people that come from Saudi Arabia, any Arab world anyway, they end up in either Abuja or Kano. But Nigeria is big. They have to go to Enugu, they have to go to Ondo, they have to go to other states. But they don't know anywhere. And I felt we are going to put our energy in Ondo now. And there are a lot of investors, unbelievable investors in oil and gas, some of the biggest in Africa, that will eye Ondo. And we've been discussing with the Diaspora, and I felt we're going to have a meeting with them so that we can perfect this thing. Lastly, I'd like to congratulate you, Honorable, and your team. This is worth a while. And I discussed with my brother here. I said, this kind of event, in future, I think the National Association of Chambers of Commerce will feature very well, because it's the apex of doing business in Nigeria. You find all the investors, all the big guys you can think of. They are members of the National Association of Chambers of Commerce, and we have a lot of city chambers of commerce. We have regional chambers of commerce, and we have all you can, all it takes to do business in Nigeria. So I feel it's a pleasure to be here. I ran, from Kaduna today, and I felt it's worth the while. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk, and I wish you all the best. Thank you, ma'am.
And finally, the Yarrow brothers. Where are you? Talking about Arab. Come. Odiaka, I've already called you. Come. The Yarrow brothers. Just walk majestically like the Saudi guy you are. Your Excellencies, I need to introduce my son to you. I met him 5 years ago? What was it, 3 years ago? 4 years ago. He's the OIC compliant, but I'm the only one that can touch him like this. Is my son. They came here. I just saw 3 lovely brothers here with this lovely smile, and they kept saying, "We just want to invest." They came from Saudi Arabia to bring investors to Nigeria, and after that, they now put together the first Saudi-Nigeria summit at the Sheraton. It was a very successful summit. They brought to Nigeria 50 investors from Saudi. Some were Saudi Nigerians who have never been to Nigeria. Never been to Nigeria. And they came for the first time. I was like, wow, this is your country. This is what we have here. And they came up with ideas of, you know those Arami clothes that we wear, that the men wear? They want to make it here because we have everything here. They want to be exporting our rice and all those things to Saudi. And then even now, the Yaro brothers in Saudi pack food brought from Nigeria for Nigerians to eat when they go. These are a group of, there are 7 men, 7 brothers, no woman. You have 1 female. 7 brothers, right? 1 female. I don't know, I've met all the brothers. I've met the sisters, yes, 3 of them, 2 of them. These are amazing young guys who believe in Nigeria. Can you hear me appreciate the Yaro brothers, honestly? He's the youngest, second to the youngest. I keep mixing them up. But these guys inspire us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And this is another person I want you all to meet. Odiaka. Show us. This guy just came to me and said, I got to know him through one of my boys and said, listen, I want to do ABCD. We kept doing everything. He just says, I want to work. I want to invest. He came here and he pitched. And thanks to Dr. Badewa, where did he go? Dubai? Tell them your success story. Let them all know again.
Yes, ma'am. From last year's summit, okay, let me thank you first, ma'am, because as of last year, our company couldn't exist. There was no regulation that covered what we wanted to do to enable diaspora to invest in digital assets. So I got to meet Madame through a connection, and she took me to the SEC. We worked over a year with the SEC, and she made it happen. And now we can exist. And even from last year's summit with Dr. Badewa, I mean, from here I moved to Dubai and to Minnesota. That was where I first met Dr. Brooks. I came back a month ago, and he connected me to so many investors. In fact, my phone actually crashed, and Dr. Brooks bought a new phone for me. That's how genuine he is. You know, so I just want to thank you so much, man. This has been such a wonderful opportunity. Dr. Badewa and the team, Dr. Marie David, Oluchi, they're the nicest people on earth. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. But what I want to say about you again is his resilience and the never say die spirit. He made a lot of bottlenecks, but he said, I'm not going to give up. While everybody could not get a US visa, he got his own visa and went. Thank you very much, Odiaka. You're an example of what every young Nigerian should be. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now invite the NDIS Protocol Security Coordinator, Mr. Mobolaji Louis, for a vote of thanks. Please a round of applause for him.
Your Excellencies, and standing on the duly established protocol. The great thing is, as I'm here now, my great mama diaspora, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Erewa, OON, have actually done the job for me. So it just makes my job very short and very sweet. As she has actually thanked everybody as we are drawing the curtains to the 5th NDIS and Nigerian Diaspora Investment 2022, I would like to say it has been a very exciting journey. It's been very exciting 2 days, very packed, and thank you so much. If we look at the hall, despite the fact that we've had 2 very long days, there are still people here. There's nothing as beautiful as that. Those who have traveled from afar, those who have traveled from near, thank you. And a big round of applause to everyone. Not to stop there, our pitchers. Thank you for bringing a variety of bankable projects and making it possible for people to know that there is still a lot in Nigeria. May I, at this point, say a big thank you to our sponsors and our partners, especially Ondo State. Coronation Merchant Bank, Bank of Industry, Zenith Bank, Eco Bank, FBN Quest, ASO Savings, Federal Mortgage Bank, CAC, and all the others. Thank you so much. Without you, it would have been pretty difficult. But thank you also for our online audience who have persevered despite not having any food from us. But we know that you enjoyed the food at home. Thank you so much. And to everyone, join us in this journey if you haven't. Spread the word. NDIS is now in its 5th year, and the journey continues from here. Don't let it stop as a talk shop. It must be a doing shop. And for the benefit of all, Nigeria will be great and greater, and we know that. To everyone, I say onwards. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much, and enjoy the evening, and I wish you a safe journey back to where you've come from. All those traveling back abroad, I wish you safe flight. All those traveling near, I wish you safe journey. And join us tomorrow at the dinner. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And so, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the session and the close of plenary. My name is Dr. Tokwe Ojema. It's been an honor to be your master of ceremony. We rise now for the national anthem as we close. The national anthem. Thank you very much. Good evening. Good night. Thank you. Bye for now, everyone.